Listen, I found this clip right here. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna talk less now, so God, I don't want to stay on this too long. But this is perfect because you know what? People gonna talk about it, but you never see it. You're gonna see the aerial views. You're gonna see people with their cell phones showing you certain things. But when they talk about it, you'll be like, nah, it ain't that bad. They don't have water since Tuesday. Tuesday, they don't have water. They went to stop fire, and the hydrants is empty. Really, the hydrants is empty. You could just think about it. You have a fire in and around your neighborhood. The fire truck comes, and it got no water to end the fire. Don't try. Perfect video I found. You're going to see it firsthand how stupid these people are.
As you run. As horrible as the fires are, as extraordinary as the rescue stories, simply talking about all that isn't enough. We need to tell the truth about what's happening.
Yep.
Policies have consequences, and that's why it matters. That's our Why It Matters segment. Yep. What's happening in California right now matters to you, whether you are in California,
Yep.
you're in Florida,
Yep.
you're in Illinois. Yep. And it's because of this video which tells the story. Firefighters come to a burning house. There is no water. The hydrants are dry.
See, he throw his hands up. What's going on, man? Where's the water? Right? Just imagine, this guy left his family at home, went up into the hills and all this smoke and all this fire billowing all around him to do his job, and he don't have the tools to do the job because these idiots taking their money and just shuffling it around for different things. Why don't they check these things? Yeah, everything else got to get maintained, right? You got to make sure the power grid is running right. You got to go check it from time to time. You got to go check and see if the, yeah. Where's the water, man? Where's the water? Did you turn it on? Go, we're not getting water on the other side. See what I'm saying?
And over and over and over again, you can see the frustration on their faces. These are firefighters risking their lives. Overnight in Pacific Palisades, the whole area ran out of water. As Los Angeles burns to the ground, California faces 3 problems.
No water.
Which are,
look at that,
and were preventable. Not enough water to fight the fires, above ground power lines that spark fires when trees fall.
The water's trickling. You see that? California, that's what you guys voted for. You guys want stupid people in power so they could do stupid things for disaster that happen. When disaster strikes, you got no solution because you have these dummies in power. Vote different, man.
Fall down during high winds, and not enough firefighters or fire resources.
Wow.
The mayor cuts make that $17 million from the Los Angeles Fire Department budget last year, but increased funding to libraries, $14 million, and provided another $1.8 million for cannabis.
They take away $17.6 million. Every year they have fires, so they know they're going to have a fire. The fire comes religiously. Every year they got fires, and they know it's going to happen, right? So you don't think you should boost that department some more or leave their budget the way it is? You took away $17 million, gave libraries so they could put all their sexual books for the kids, right? Yeah. Or the DEI books and the self-help books and the gender stuff book and all these different things. You gave them money so you could add more of that nonsense, right? Give the weed smokers some love. And now, guess what's happening now? The people suffering because of the cuts. I'm getting a round of applause. Yay, Democrats. Dum-dums.
Regulation. The same politicians have been warning for years that wildfires are going to get worse and worse and worse because of climate change, yet they are cutting the resources to fight them.
Yeah.
The solution to the three problems, water, power lines, and funding, are direct and simple. And they are of zero interest to the governor of California. Today, Gavin Newsom spent the day with President Biden talking about the fires, but over the past 6 years, he's totally ignored the real problems. Instead, he created a California Green New Deal, stuffed with things that have zero chance of preventing devastating fires, electric car charging stations, in order to ban new sales of gas-powered cars, building a $9 billion high-speed rail that nobody will use, restricting control.
About that rail, they didn't even build the rail. So now, you get $9 billion, right? You know, whatever funding it was. I don't know where that money came from. But guess what? It didn't use, right? Because they still don't have the rail. Where the money at? Where is the money? Show me the money. People, boy.
Controlled burns that have created a tinderbox in known fire areas. He pulled funds out of the wildfire prevention measures. He mandated climate-conscious investments for the state pension fund. He called for a Winfield profits tax to go after oil companies. He proclaimed a so-called energy czar. He implemented a methane capturing system for cow manure. All of the things I've just listed are doing as much good as shouting at the 80-mile-an-hour winds right now blowing through Malibu and shouting at the flames that that house is burning. If you listen to Newsom and his friends, all of these fires are solely the result of climate change. That's simply not a fair assessment. Yes, climate change is real. But capturing cow methane and electric charging stations is not going to protect us from these wildfires. Burying power lines and building cheap concrete water reservoirs would help.
Yes.
Those reservoirs could have held last year's record rainfall. So right now they would have water. You might remember just under a year ago, we showed you this video of California sending all of that water, all of the rain that came in, into the ocean. Millions upon millions of gallons that could be used to fighting these fires, they gave away because they had nowhere to store it. In fact, back in 2014, California voters approved a $7.5 billion program to build new reservoirs and water storage systems. Newsom has shown little.
Look at water. These people is evil. They sick. Sick folks. That's who they need to get this guy out. I ain't going front. I got friends, I got family in Cali, and I'm telling you, these sickos, man, look how much water they just pushing into the ocean. When they could have built the reservoirs, right? Store the water, or just divert the water back to. So mad right now, man. These people just they wrong, man. They wrong for doing the people this. They wrong. I saw this happening. I was like, why does it feel like they doing these people dirty like Maui? It's crazy.
To no interest in getting them built. So yes, what's happening in California is tragic. More will die. Right now, the death count is 5. Many more will lose their homes and their businesses. As we heard from Nancy Liu, as we watch these houses burn, there are people who are having their houses burn and their businesses. So we have to tell the truth about what's happening and why it matters. The fire itself may not have been preventable, but the devastating losses that continue to grow are preventable.
Hey, look.
Listen. Preventable. Natural disasters going to happen. Ain't nothing you could do to stop it if it's going to happen. But have ways you could limit these things. They talk about controlled burns and stuff like that. Like, all right, cool. They cut certain places. They burn certain things. So when it burns off better, it might stay contained. All these different things, man. I was watching some earlier with Cuomo. He was talking with a FDNY guy, you know what I'm saying? And he's saying that They grabbing the water from close by reservoirs. They come and they drop in the water. Sometimes they miss. Sometimes by the time they spread it so wide and the way they spread it, but that fire does that turn it to mist before you even hit the floor. All right, cool. They have another option. Let's go ahead of it and wet that area so that way. But then now it got the amber that flies over the wet area that still cause problems on the other side. That's why you see some of the places, even though you have a road or a highway, the other side is still burnt because it happens. But what if they had water, unlimited water, where they could have been doing that from Jump Street? They would have been ahead of it a long time ago. And this last video I'm going to play right here sums it all up. This guy said it perfectly. Sometimes we wouldn't even think that it's like this. But listen, when people say it, then it make you reflect and be like, huh. Hey, let's hear what you got to say.
Grow are preventable.
Hey, look, just real quick, for all of you in California dealing with these wildfires, I want you to know that without a doubt, 100%, this is the fault of the Democrats you elected. Because there are 4 actions taken by the Democrats that are directly responsible for why you're enduring this wildfire. The first being your state stopped clearing the brush. They didn't want to spend state money anymore on maintaining and clearing the brush that starts these wildfires, and they figured they would save money by not doing it, and then after the wildfire, they would get federal funding to take care of all the emergency stuff. They have just decided that it's cheaper on the state to not prevent them from happening, and after they happen, use federal FEMA funds to take care of it. Reason number 2 why you're enduring these wildfires is your mayor in LA decided to cut firefighter funding by $17.5 million. Now, it's less than what she wanted to cut. She wanted to cut $23 million. But yeah, she cut 17.5. Oh, and she took that money plus an additional $4 million and spent it on taking care of illegal immigrants.
Yeah. All y'all bleeding hearts. Now your houses are gone. Are you gonna get to enjoy some of that illegal migrant money? Are you gonna get put up in a hotel and given money, food, and all type of aid until you get back on your feet? Huh? From what I heard, listen, you take it with a grain of salt because that's what I heard from one of them news stations. I tell you, trust but verify, especially when you hear it from the news. Trust but verify. All these things I'm playing here, I make sure and check it out before I press play. So I know this for sure. The other thing, check it out. They pulled some people's insurance, fire insurance. I think it was a month ago, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It doesn't matter. They pulled it. Why would you pull it? So close to this fire. Huh? It was there because it always had fire every year. But why pull it now so close to this fire? Did they know it was going to happen? Food for thought. Tell me what you think in the comment. Did they know? Maybe they did.
See, the mayor of LA decided to spend $21.8 million taking care of those people. And she was able to get most of that money from the fire department. Lastly, our government has taken money from fire departments all throughout the United States and spent them fully equipping and fully funding 16 Ukrainian fire departments. Those fire departments have reported to international media that they are fully equipped and ready for any emergency. So if you're wondering why you're dealing with these wildfires, it's because your fucking state stopped clearing the brush. Your mayor in LA cut $17.5 million of your funding and spent all that money on illegal immigrants. And all around the country, we've taken money from fire departments to make sure Ukraine is fully equipped for any emergency. Thank God it's less than 2 weeks till we have to stop dealing with this dumb shit. Except for those of you in California, you reelected the Democrats, so enjoy that.
Listen, that's why I left that one last. He said it just perfect. Enjoy what you purchased. My heart goes out to these people that's going through these type of, disasters. But the people voted for them, right? They said it loud and proud what they was going to do with your money, right? They was not going to keep the money for you. They was going to give it to the illegals who come in to the country. He told you, hey, listen, we love all the Green New Deal nonsense that Biden and them is pushing. And guess what y'all say? Hooray! Right? Then he raised gas prices to an ungodly amount to force you to buy an electric car. Because guess what? They're going to get funding to put up electric charging stations. And you know it's going to cost whatever it costs, and then they're going to keep the change. It's all about money. Money. Make sure you see my hand. You see my hand good? I'm going to get my hand in focus for you. Money, 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 money. That's all it's about. They're going to let the fires burn, save money from their end, and get the free money from the government. He was like, man, they're sending all this money to Ukraine. Let me get some of that. Y'all need to vote these people out. All these Democratic-run cities is going to crash and burn with their foolish policies and their bad money management. Gavin Newsom, get the people some water. Hopefully this time, Trump going to yell his name enough or bash him enough that he could decide to play ball this time. Because guess what? You know that's up in Beverly Hills, all them rich people is, right? So now some of them rich people going to come off their high horse and be like, we want water. Sorry to be laughing like this. You know, it's a devastating time for these people. My heart and prayers goes out to them. But they need to vote different and get these fools out. All right? So, again, this was another video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, subscribe. I'm getting a lot of stuff in my DMs that I can't really get to really quickly. Got a day job. You know, I got to go rest, sleep, all this good stuff. And the thing is, I'm getting so much. I'm like, why my subscriber count ain't up? Hit the subscribe button. Show the button some love. Come on. Later. Love y'all.